Human Rights Watch. Israeli war crimes apparent in Gaza war.
Here's a summary of the article.
Advertisement. Israeli forces carried out attacks in Gaza in May that devastated entire families without any apparent military target nearby, said Jerry Simpson, Associate Crisis and Conflict Director at HRW. He said Israel's consistent unwillingness to seriously investigate alleged war crimes, coupled with Palestinian rocket fire at Israeli civilian areas, underscored the importance of an ongoing investigation into both sides by the International Criminal Court, or ICC. The Israeli military has repeatedly said its attacks were aimed at military targets in Gaza. The war erupted on May 10 after Hamas fired a barrage of rockets toward Jerusalem in support of Palestinian protests against Israel's heavy-handed policing of the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, built on a contested site sacred to Jews and Muslims, and the threatened eviction of dozens of Palestinian families by Jewish settlers in a nearby neighborhood. During the fighting, Hamas fired over 4,000 rockets and mortars toward Israel. While Israel has said it struck over 1,000 targets it says were linked to Gaza militants. Israel has said the attacks were aimed at tunnels used by Hamas militants in the area and that the damage to the homes was unintentional. In its investigation, HRW concluded that Israel had used U.S.-made GBU-31 precision-guided bombs, and that Israel had not warned any of the residents to evacuate the area ahead of time. The New York-based group said that Israel refused to allow its investigators to enter Gaza. The May conflict was the fourth war between Israel and Hamas since the Islamic militant group, which opposes Israel's existence, seized control of Gaza in 2007.
This post received a score of 56,000, with an upvote ratio of 72%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Context is valuable here. Not a hit piece against Israelis. Nor is it absolving Hamas. Nor is it justifying Israeli strikes. This report happens to focus on one aspect of the conflict, and more reports to follow.
Here is the actual report from HRW. Thanks for linking the report.
Thanks for being a thankful person.
Thanks for thanking the thankful person.
Thanks for thanking the person, thanking the thankful person.
Thanks for thanking the person, thanking the person, thanking the thankful person.
Enough thanks can't be given to all of you. In fact, everybody look under your seat. You've each got a brand new thanks from me.
As always, I expect some hot takes on the Palestinian-Israeli conflict from World News.
It's Escher's fault for creating art that became the basis for politics in the area. It's like Pollock trying to paint something by Escher.
If Jackson Pollock painted Escher illusions in the perspective style of Picasso.
Lots of disgusting apologists for Israel war criminals in this thread. Edit. Can't respond to all the replies, but no, I'm not supporting or excusing Hamas for their deeds. But one is a rich and powerful nation supported by my tax dollars and the other is basically a militia. The occupation and new settlements are an abomination and the blockade needs to end. P.S. I'm Jewish, not that it fucking should matter.
The Israeli government and wealthy Israeli nationalists like Sheldon Adelson have set up apps to pay people in gift cards if they leave pro-Israeli comments on Reddit. It's pure paid propaganda, and it's how all these freaks brigade every thread related to Israel.
I, frankly, am appalled that no one tried to bribe me to post pro-Israel stuff. Am I not good enough? Why won't you pay me?
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
You've been doing it for free?
Fuck Zionists.
This will be a civilized discussion with unbiased rational points. What the internet was made for.
Biden still wants to send more money to Israel. Biden supports war crimes.
Biden, the Democratic Party as a whole, not to mention Trump, and the Republican Party as a whole. The our party is good and will fix everything. But they're being stopped by the other guys. Delusion completely falls apart when you look at anything involving the imperial mission.
The one time that both sides' argument is valid is in the case of war crimes, really. The difference between Democrats and Republicans is borderline zero when it comes to funding authoritarian right-wing governments and war crimes.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.